What's up? It's Jesse and Shea from Modern History.
And today in the Garage Mahal, we got Fashion Jackson.
Fashion Jackson, what's going on, guys?
Not much. We just played the Garage Mahal.
right now.
Hell yeah, you did. That was sick.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming out. Why don't you guys go down and introduce yourselves?
Sterling Geetson. I keep it all together.
My name is Shawn Gardner, and I play drums and shit.
Nice.
My name's Eddy. I sing, I play guitar, and I produce.
And together we are Fashion Jackson.
Fashion Jackson.
The Fashion Jacksons.
Badass. That was a killer set.
Thank you.
Can you describe your music to someone that will never hear it?
Dumpster fire.
Yeah, dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire?
It's like it's a hot mess. Wait, we can't curse during this, right? Or can we?
Do whatever you want.
curse
Oh, yeah.
away,
It's
sir.
a goddamn dumpster fire out here in Fashion Jackson. Well, I mean, we call it garage pop because we consider our music to be pop music, and we play in a garage. So that's kind of like the overall thing.
Fair comparison.
Right? That fits all of the criteria, I
Yeah.
think, right?
Because like I mean, obviously sonically, like you can hear a lot more like abrasive, grungy stuff or funky stuff. It's like we take influence from like a really disparate amount of people, like James Brown to like Beyonce to like Nirvana, but like we all consider it under like the umbrella of pop, like the sensibilities that we use.
Sure. The
That's
funk,
amazing.
the grunge, the pop, all the good stuff from all those rungs.
They were basically just huge thieves. You know,
Literally,
Yeah.
we steal
stealing
everything.
something from there, from there.
You can listen to all of our songs and just hear one Jonas Brothers song that we ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True genius
Word.
never
Or
reveals their
dispatch.
sources, right?
Well,
that's
I guess
the-
I'm not
the
a
real
genius.
secret.
But you guys are pretty fucking hyped up on the social media.
Oh,
and I
thank
was
you.
wondering, is this a collective effort, or is it one of you guys that's running the whole thing, or do you outsource it, or how do you guys go about getting
for the
posts?
most part, it's like all Eddie. We all have me and Sterling, like we all have input on it. But for the most part, Eddie's doing all the tough marketing footwork and stuff.
Sometimes he needs a little encouragement.
Yeah.
But,
oh
yeah.
yeah.
True.
Especially
True,
this
true.
week when we started the band, like I thought it was a very important idea because like we try and look at things. This sounds really cool, but we look at things that people do that don't work, and we notice that like what really bores us about bands like on social media is when they just kind of like half-ass their posting. It's like, and their feeds look like really ugly, and it's like just a bunch of like stuff that like no one really cares about clicking
Here's
on.
this
It's
cell
like,
phone photo my mom took from our show last
yeah,
week.
literally, and it's like we thought it was because like with us and like our band, we found it very important to like cultivate an identity. Like the idea of identity is very important to us. So we thought that we put so much effort already into articulating that with our music that it was very important to do that from a visual standpoint. So that's why we thought it was really cool, like on Instagram, like to have a very distinct aesthetic that was very us. Like whenever we play a show, even if there's like a flyer that all the bands are sharing, we always make sure to make our own flyer because we want like our whole thing to be consistent. And like we like the idea of our band just like being a consistent thing, like a consistent full package. So it was part of it.
That's great, man. Yeah. and-
I like that. I see you guys using that like Windows 98 type view
yeah.
a lot. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a
Thank
fan
you.
of that.
Unexplored territory. That definitely makes you guys stand
Thank
out.
you.
It's not
Nostalgic.
unexplored. It's just recently forgotten. So we're trying to bring it
There
back.
you go.
Revitalized.
Yeah.
One of the first ones on it in this scene, though. So what's your writing process? You have a lot of different styles of songs. Gossamer, you're like heavy hitter, and the new single, Honey, those kind of have some spoken word aspects. To
Yeah.
it.
It kind of goes in a lot of we write in a lot of different ways. Some songs for like Penelope, the song that we're putting out June 22nd. Eddie writes that song and brings it to us, and then we play it and we all add our own little.
Yeah, we
taste,
just
but
do our
keep-
thing over it.
We keep with the core idea. Same with Gossamer. He actually recorded that as on his own as T-Rex Mother. If
That
you
was a
can, you
little-
can go find that on the internet.
T-Rex Mother.
Shut
T-Rex
up,
Mother.
T-Rex
That's where
Mother.
the original Gossamer came from, and we've gone from there. But then other songs like
I'd
Like
say like
Honey-
Jerry Springer Untitled too.
yeah, Jerry Springer, Honey, Untitled. She's all right. All of it is just like we're jamming, and the song comes together, and then we'll hold down the groove, and Eddie will sit there on his phone and he'll write the lyrics, and then we'll.
Or sometimes it's like a producer project too. It's actually
Mhm.
we were talking about this a little bit earlier about the idea of cultivation because like with a song like Gossamer that came instantly. Like I had the hook and I wrote it, whereas with song Honey took a long time to get right
Mhm.
because we had the idea for months, like almost a year, but like getting the idea right is obviously a very different thing. So it took us a while to get that right. Jerry Springer, it took us a long time to get the idea right. And so, yeah, the process depends. Sometimes it'll be on guitars in like 10 seconds. Sometimes it'll be like a jamming process. Sometimes it'll be like one of us writing. Sometimes it'll be like a producer project where we like sit on a laptop and like manipulate some loops because like you were saying with like how like disparate like our sounds and influences are, we take a lot from like hip hop and R&B. So we kind of like to approach songwriting sometimes from like as producers as opposed to just writers. So like like Shawn will come up with a little groove, like he'll make a little loop like on the laptop, and then Sterling and I'll like layer it over, and then like we'll throw like auto tune or like some vocoders and like synths and stuff. It depends on the song, honestly. Like I think the biggest thing for all three of us when it comes to writing is like serve the song. So
Always
so
serve the
it's like
song.
we'll start with a really, really simple idea, and once that idea kind of has its own identity, then we'll kind of shift gears and okay, like now that this idea like is its own distinct thing, like how do we serve that and allow it to flesh itself out into what it's supposed to be? Because like I feel like there's a misconception about songwriting where it's like you're supposed to just cultivate everything, and like I think we can all agree that we see songwriting as subtractive. Like the idea already exists in concept as a combination of notes. So all we have to do is find it. Like it's like paleontology. It's like digging up in the dirt till we find that combination of notes and of words and of like structure and whatnot, and it becomes the song it's supposed to be.
Inspiring and intimidating all at the same time, right? It's all already there. You got to put it together in the right order.
Yeah, so don't fuck up.
Yeah, or else.
Exactly.
Is that at us directly? I'm sorry.
Don't fuck up.
Especially
Eyes on you.
I'll try my hardest.
The bar
sir.
has been
As
set.
far as like if you
Bar
fuck
has
up
been
on that concept, you end up with a shitty song, and we don't want that. So
No.
Yeah.
you can't fuck up.
We've written
Unless that's
shitty-
what we're going for.
Unless we want a shitty song. Sometimes you need a shitty song.
It needs to happen. You know,
Yeah.
you can't have a sunny day without a rainy day.
Yeah,
You know
true
what I
that.
mean?
We
You don't know the
found that,
difference
though.
between one or the other, you know?
Uh-huh.
What's
Like,
sun without rain?
I feel like we have experiences though where we're like we've written shitty songs and we felt like, oh god, like is this what we come to? And like we find that when we come to like a wall in songwriting, like that's often really inspiring because like with a song like let's say Jerry Springer, right? Like when we did that third EP, it's like we'd gotten very used to writing in the jamming aspect, and we did write the structure of that song like jamming, just the chord progression and like coming up with the hook and stuff, but then like we decided to approach that in a very different way, like as producers. So like, okay, what if we like through auto-tune and vocal processing and like we treated it more like a rap song or like an R&B song, and then that became like a whole new avenue. And like besides the title track, like She's Alright, all the songs on there ended up being written for like as a producer project. Like Sterling had his first like main kind of
Yeah.
writing credit on that actually.
Yeah, on High in an Elevator. I wrote.
I love that song.
Being completely honest, I was pretty stoned, and I was at my friend's house, and I just made this like cool track on guitar, and I put some drums over it, and I sent it to them, and we ended up putting it on the EP. And
Nice.
Matt had a guitar solo over it, and Eddy and him did some like vocal tracking in the back and stuff. But yeah, it's fun. I love Logic is a amazing tool
Logic is
and
so fun.
resource. Yeah.
We're using it right now.
We're using
actually.
Logic to
We
record
are.
this session. Shouts out Apple, sponsor.
Shout out
Hashtag
Apple.
Logic.
I'm
Also, Pabst Blue Ribbon. What's up?
Yeah,
out
also,
PBR.
Shouts out.
I don't know what that is.
He's never even heard of it.
He hasn't had any of it,
What's
not
that? I don't.
PBR, you need to shout out to Sterling Geetson and tell him what's up.
See you in like 10 months.
Word.
I'd love to meet you.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah.
To go on a riff on a tangent a little bit about songwriting, because it really is the most important aspect of music. I mean, it's where it all comes from. This one's for Eddy specifically.
Ooh.
Yes, please.
Hit me.
In actually your from the public eye, your bangeriest of bangers, Gossamer.
Banger.
Listening to the kind of spoken word aspect, it really lets the lyrics sink in heavier than something would along with a melody, you know? And I
Yeah.
feel that, it kind of just sparked in my head. Is this about somebody in particular, or is this a character that's made up, or was this a conversation that truly existed?
No pressure.
Oh god,
Speak it to 'em.
everyone always asks me that, and I think like, I try and like write that song off as like a fluke, because like it's a very simplistic like tune. Oh, okay, we're doing this, but no, that's that song is actually about me. It's like when. And the thing is, like, when I write songs, I never write it about anything. I kind of write very phonetically. Like, I'm like, these words sound good together, these phrases, and then, like, it always kind of ends up being about something in my head once I look back at it. And I think that song was, like, a parody of every song I'd written up until then. Like, we're kind of, like, weirdly meta with how we write. We even parody Gossamer in Honey. So, like, we try and, I think, just because I'm human, and, like, you know, it's like no matter what anyone tells you, no one truly doesn't care what anyone thinks about them. Like, we're always thinking about, like, what other people think. So, like, I think I have this weird obsession with, like, making sure everybody knows I'm self-aware. So I think, like, that song was an attempt at doing so, because I'd written so many songs, like, in high school and in college about, like, girls who didn't like me or something, or, like, romantic endeavors that had gone awry. So I was like, I kind of reached an age where I was like, okay, like everyone writes songs about this, and the way I've been writing about it is so like one-sided and like about me when there's a whole nother person that like whose emotions and ideas I'm completely disregarding. So what if I write a song where the person who the narrator is singing to like doesn't put up with their shit, and it's kind of like, yeah, you're weird. So that kind of became that song, and it like ended up being really cool because like
It's a different standpoint,
yeah,
right? I mean,
like
it's
like because on the surface it's a very just standard like shitty romantic encounter banger, but if you like read into the lyrics, you're like, wow, like the person singing is like a total dick, and like the person they're singing to is just trying to like not be spending time around a total dick. So I think that's kind of what it is now that I think about it.
yeah, deeper than most songs would go, I think. And that
I mean,
explains
not
it
that
all.
one. It's not that deep.
Well, people seem to like it. We're fans of it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Might have something to do with that part at the end. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit.
That was what we wrote this song out of, because I was sitting, I was telling you this earlier, like I was sitting on my bed and like I came, because I liked that voicing where it's like we're all musicians here, so I'm going to speak musician for a second, where it's like you put like the fifth on the bottom as opposed to like the root, and I thought it had this really like guttural, nice sound, like that E shape where you shifted over a string, so like the fifth is on the bottom, and I played like those 3 chords, I was like, all right, and I'd been listening to like a lot of like SoundCloud rap, like trap, and like the rhythms that genre of music kind of used were really like enticing to me because they're really primal. The da-da, it's either triplets or like kind of weird eighth note
Some
swing
Migos type stuff.
So I was listening to a lot of Migos, like a lot of like Trippie Redd, Lil Pump, like stuff like that. So I was like, okay, like I started saying like, I don't give a mother fuck.
No, you don't.
I don't. I do. But then I was sitting there and I was like, I have this. This is catchy. Like, am I really like finna write a song out of this right now? I was like, fuck it. So I did. And then like
he was finna.
they actually liked it.
Finna write a song.
Finna China.
He was
and,
finna trying to.
and I did. I went and did that.
You were
It
finna
was-
trying to,
Let
so
their
you
finna
did
happen.
it.
Yeah,
Let the
yeah,
record
yeah.
show
I'm
I
with
went
you,
and
I'm
did
with you,
that.
brother.
It happening.
You guys have a
I'm with
pretty
you, brother.
busy gig schedule, like coming up.
That's all you.
Also booked on Same but Different Fest with
Yes.
Modern History.
Mm-hmm.
How you guys feeling about that? You're pretty excited?
We're excited. I'm working on planning us a tour to lead into that. So we'll go
Anchor
up-
gig.
Yeah, like we'll go
Uh.
play Santa Barbara and Ventura and San Francisco, Santa Barbara. I already just said Santa
over.
Barbara. I
We're
meant
playing
Santa
there twice.
Cruz.
You
You
really
can
want to
play
play
it
Santa
twice.
Barbara?
We'll play.
Why not?
It's Santa Barbara though. Yeah,
Bruh.
but we want to go up north, and then on the way back down, we'll play same but different fest. September 22nd and 23rd.
Camping.
Shouts out.
Get your
Shouts out.
tickets.
Yeah,
Ambassador
first 200.
program.
Yeah, Founders Pass. 250 people get the good tickets, or first 100. I don't know. Just look into it.
Just
It's
buy
worth it.
some fucking
It's worth
tickets,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Just buy some.
Buy tickets and be
So
there.
what's your dream lineup? If you could open up for anybody.
Okay, so Lady Gaga's definitely opening.
Word.
That was how it was last time, but I think I've changed. I think I said Kanye West for headliner last time, but that's basically just like stealing a Childish Gambino joke. So I'm gonna say Journey. We play in the middle. Lady Gaga opens up, and she's wearing the meat suit, of course. So that's like a stipulation. Like if you're playing the show and you want,
Meat
we're
suit or
big
she's
enough.
not playing.
We're big enough at the point where Lady Gaga's opening up for us,
Right.
so, and we get to tell her what to do.
Uh-huh.
She asked for only green M&Ms. She gets the brown ones, and that's it. We
Yeah,
run this
purposefully
Oh shit.
shit now. And
disobeying her requests.
I want Cage the Elephant to be the guys that's the door guys. So you give them the ticket. Like they're like the opening.
So you're
act.
hiring bands to work the event,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
necessarily
Which
play it?
which huge touring act would you have as your roadies?
Honestly, like
The Pixies.
Primus, but like just Les Claypool actually does the work, and the other guys just like
Drink
kind
beer.
of supervise. Yeah, they drink PBR.
A whole bunch
and
of
just-
it.
Yeah,
And then it's like, okay.
And then y'all go fly fishing after, dude.
yeah, and then Journey opens up, and they just do a normal set. Just Journey. They have a good enough set.
The
as
original
it is.
singer or the little Filipino guy? That
Yeah,
plays
they bring him back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, but the little Filipino guy's like there, but just like
He collects the
in a
tickets.
No. He's in a strap, so he's just hanging, like watching like his old job that has now been given back to the original guy, and he's just like there, and he's.
is Steve
it's
Perry
like,
still alive?
It's like a roll of
Steve
shame.
Perry's alive. I think he just hit his own solo stuff. And
Yeah.
Journey kept touring.
I don't know.
Right?
Also,
don't
I
know.
want to also present an idea because like you know how like
they play "Carry On My Wayward Son" like 9 times.
oh yeah,
That's all we want to hear.
you know how like big
That's Kansas.
but now it's your
Well,
No,
yeah,
but
they
Journey
cover it.
playing it. though.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
Oh,
thing,
they have to
yeah.
cover
musicianship
Kansas.
for sure. I definitely want to have like so
No
like,
members of Kansas are
backstage after the show. Like we're gonna have our own like lounge act performing for the reception or whatnot, and I want it to be the Moody Blues playing their like entire discography twice, or honestly just Nights in White Satin for like 2 hours.
Do you
With a
want them
DJ who's off tempo.
Yeah.
the entire discography twice? Do you mean they
Each
play
song
the
twice in a row?
discography one time and then they play it again, or same song, same song, same song, same song.
I like that better.
Yeah.
I like the latter. I think
Play
that's
your
a lot
song
cooler.
twice in a row.
Yeah.
It'd be more annoying, and I'm into that.
And
Yeah,
J-
exactly. That's kind of the
And
whole point. of
Johnny
it.
Marr is gonna just be sitting there in the corner, just like playing guitar, not plugged into an amp, just hanging out.
If you talk to him, he throws a glass of wine in your face.
Yeah.
And
We
that's
wanna
like,
resurrect-
That's like that's like an exhibit.
We want to resurrect ODB to serve refreshments, and he'll also throw them in your face.
It's like what you're
fuck
saying.
Check out meatspin.com.
You can find everything you
Lemon
need there.
party.
Do us a favor and subscribe to the channel.
Like and
this
subscribe.
video.
Please.
Share it so that we can get some more local music in here. Fashion
Whole
Jackson.
lot of gang shit.
Thank you guys
all
so
of
much
it.
for coming and playing
Thank
some
you so
rad
much
ass
for having
tunes.
us.
Of course, thank you for having us.
We'll see you next time.
Mike,
We'll
wait,
see ya.
We
tap-
fucking
tap
outta
the
here.
mics in the middle.
Gently touch your tips.